Okay, so my first class at the University of Utah was an 8 o'clock English class up at the annex, we called it. That was, there was the campus, the annex, which was part of the housing for soldiers and stuff in World War II, but now it's turned over to the university. And at that 8 o'clock English class, I met two people who I still, there was Nancy and Joe Jensen. So Nancy Pitchforth and Joe Jensen. So that's how I first met your mom. And so we interacted there, but then the Lambda Delta Sigma, the LDS sorority fraternity group that met at the Institute, I joined the Chi chapter, and Nancy was in that. She joined the same one. So we knew one another that way. Then we both went into education, so we had education classes together and all. I didn't meet her brother at that time, knew she had a brother, but then he left on his mission, and I continued to do things with Nancy. She went on a vacation with us to Bear Lake with our family, and I spent time at your grandparents' place on 8th East with Nancy, and she talked about her brother who was in Canada on a mission, but I didn't meet him until he came home from his mission. And I had, during the time that he was on a mission, I was waiting for a missionary who was serving in the Northwest. And by the waiting, I mean, I didn't, 2 years of my college, I didn't date at all because I was waiting for my missionary. He came home, and we got engaged. He came home about a month and a half before Lee did, and we were engaged and went through till about Christmas time, and we could see that it wasn't going anywhere, and so we decided. And not long after that, that was January, and in February sometime, Lee asked me out, and I started dating. We dated through my senior year, then the rest of that year, and Nance and I decided that we wanted some excitement for our first year of teaching. So recruiters came around from different districts, and we interviewed with the Portland school district, and we decided that would be fun, and so we went to Portland and roomed together and had exciting times. And that fall of my first year of teaching, I came home to Salt Lake, had a teacher in my school that lived in Brigham City, and so he said I could ride with him. So I went home, and that Lee proposed and gave me his Phi Delta pin, his fraternity pin. When he got home to his folks that night, his dad said, "She isn't going back to Portland without a ring on her finger." And so I was to get on the bus, but I had to go to the Nest building to meet Lee, where his dad had arranged with a jeweler in the building, and he chose the ring, much to Lee's dismay, because it cost most of his summer salary to buy my ring. So anyway, I did go home with the ring on the finger, and Lee said, "I want to know what Nancy says when she sees it." And so I showed Nancy the ring, and what she said was, "Who is it from?" So I said, "Your brother." And that's the story of Nancy and I.